Once again, you are welcome to Nebo TV. My name is Martina Monday. We are going to be looking at a rather surprising news about the rumor flying around that when Alaafin of Oyo Lamide III joined his ancestors last month, some Oyo people were jubilating instead of mourning the late king. Now let's look at the history that led to some Oyo people to engulf in celebration instead of mourning. The story of Ashipa of Oyo, Chief Amuda Olorunosebi, is very pathetic. He was brutally murdered in 1999 by unknown assassins. The perpetrators of this heinous crime are still yet unidentified. Chief Amuda Olorunosebi served as one of the Oyomesi members under the reign of late Alaafin of Oyo Lamide III, who just joined his ancestors this year, April 22, 2022. Now, words in the street are revealing some secrets about the assassination of Chief Amuda. First of all, let's summarize the role of Chief Amuda Olorunosebi under the power of Alaafin of Oyo Lamide III, and how assassins were sent to kill Chief Amuda. Well, this presentation will question the reason why the person who masterminded the killing of Chief Amuda Olorunosebi was not fished out. Oyo Empire, just like other forms of government, is guided by a set of rules through the use of specified bodies to ensure power is not abused by the traditional ruler, in this case, the Alaafin of Oyo, is checked by the Oyomesi, who are the rulers and principal advisors and sacred officiants, and also serve a variety of judicial and administrative functions in his realm. The Oyomesi were also expected to check on the despotic authority of each individual emperor that they crowned, similar to today's United States Congress. The Oyomesi is led by the Bashorun, acting as Prime Minister, and run by the Agbakin, Samu, Alapini, Laguna, Akinikun, and Ashipa. When Chief Amuda Olorunosebi was alive, he was a member of Oyomesi in Oyo and held the title Ashipa of Oyo. He was a very uncompromising personality and never hid his feelings on any issue as one of the advisors to the Alaafin of Oyo Lamide III. As a member of the Oyo cabinet, he was influential and highly respected by the people of the town. Unfortunately, however, some unidentified persons plotted his death. When Olorunosebi woke up in the early hours of November 26, 1992, he had no clue that that day would be his last on earth. After observing the morning routine, he headed straight to the farm. But he was waylaid on a lonely path to the farm by some assassins who sniffed life out of him in a callous manner. Believing that the Ashipa might not easily give up the ghost, his assassins did not use a gun or cutlass on him. Rather, they allegedly overpowered him, twisted his neck, poured acid in his mouth, and forced the liquid down his throat. Indeed, he was murdered in cold blood on that day. The assassins ensured that he was dead before they vanished from the scene. He was laid to rest in 1999, 7 years after he was brutally killed by unknown persons in 1992. Up till this day, the death of late Ashipa of Oyo is being talked about, and people are very much interested in getting to the root of his death, as he was such a humble person. He fought the cause of the oppressed and he was a giver. According to a news report, one of his children recalled that there was a time one of the Togolese farm laborers held a christening ceremony of his son. Baba, my father, went to his village despite the very far distance. He did not consider anyone too low to relate with. He trusted in God. He did not harbor other religions, and on some occasions, people would come and pray in his palace and he would join them. He also used to attend church. That was why the Isake Oyo people refused to bury him. We had to later say they should allow him to be buried so that he could rest. That was why it took a long time before he was finally buried. He was not an oppressor. He did not use his power to take what did not belong to him. He was not a fraudster like some people who would sell one land to 7 persons. He was a cool man that was ready to help. He gave scholarship to many students, including those not from Oyo. Late Ashipa also carried out his duties effectively. According to rumors, one of his sons said his father always tried to stop excesses. For example, he did not allow the Alaafin to take possessions of land that did not belong to him. He would stand against that. He did that on many occasions. He did not want people to be cheated. He would challenge such acts of oppression in court. He also challenged the Alaafin on the choice and installation of the late Chief MKO Abiola as the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, as he raised some vital questions on his rights concerning that chieftaincy title. That case came up the week Abiola was to be installed as the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Judgment was delivered on a Friday, a day to the installation ceremony. That was the only time he confronted the Alaafin. Before then, it was the Alaafin that was giving him troubles and problems and challenging him. Alaafin removed him from office as the Ashipa in 1978, but he was reinstated around 1981. It was the Alaafin that was causing troubles, and like the time the talking drum bequeathed to him by his ancestors was removed from his Ashipa palace, and some other things like that. But he stood his ground despite all those troubles, and that was why he, which is the Alaafin, said my daddy was stubborn. They believed that if he was not taken out, they might not have peace, so he was eliminated. From this statement allegedly made by late Ashipa's son, does this mean that late Alaafin Adeyemi III had a hand in the death of the Ashipa? Also, allegedly according to his son, after his father passed, Alaafin Adeyemi III did not pay a condolence visit to the family. And that about 2 weeks before the Ashipa was murdered, he went and prostrated before the Alaafin during a program at the Atiba Hall. But he was snubbed. It was in the presence of everyone in the hall. He went to the hall and prostrated before him as a show of respect, despite the fact that the Alaafin had banished him from the palace then. That showed his humility and the deep respect he had for the Alaafin, despite the unkind treatment he got from the Alaafin. Well, obviously, this did not seem to change the mind of the Alaafin towards the Ashipa. Still, according to rumor, he said that when the Alaafin died, many people in Oyo did not mourn his passing. People were speaking and speculating the rumors in silence. Even that there is a quarter called Alagutan in Oyo, many people rejoiced openly that the Alaafin died, and that there is no place he would go and people will not ask him if he was related to the Amuda Olorunosebi of Oyo. Even after 30 years of the demise of his father, and people are still asking him the question. Even when he traveled to the southeast to a court to swear an affidavit, someone asked if he was Ashipa's son. And that surprised him a lot, which goes to show that a good name is better than riches. He added that the case could be revisited as justice must be served. Even the judge who presided over the matter in 1994 said the last has not been heard about the case. I know one day somebody will pick it up and reopen the investigation. I believe a thorough investigation will be carried out either by a private investigator or the government to uncover those who masterminded the murder and those who executed the plans. No doubt, late Ashipa made a positive impact and proved to uphold his duties irrespective of the parties involved. Although this did not land him in a very good place, however, he left behind a legacy and a good name. And as they say, a good name is better than riches. This news raises so many questions concerning the death of late Ashipa. Who was involved? Which high powers are protecting the perpetrators? Please do well to drop your comment on the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this video to your friends and families. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell. Thank you so much for always keeping up with Nebo TV. We promise to give you the best. Again, my name is Martina Monday. Thank you for watching.